confused. Who is most powerful? Superman or Batman? Or Spider-Man or Captain America?
Each of them has powers, but I know someone who is more powerful than all of them.
Really?
Someone who has also made the shining sun, the cool moon, the earth on which we live. Someone who has made your mama, papa, me, your friends, and everyone else. It is God.
Tell me more, Daddy.
We have a nice word in Sanskrit for God. It is Bhagavan. Just like the person who has dhana is dhanavan, wealthy, so to the one who has bhaga is Bhagavan.
Bhagavan.
No, he does not bug you. Bhagavan is the one who has 6 bhagas, virtues.
What are these?
The first bhaga is jnanam, all knowledge.
Oh, is the internet Bhagavan?
Good question. The internet does have a lot of knowledge on many subjects put together by a lot of people, but imagine the knowledge of all the computers and libraries in the world about all subjects math, science, geography, languages, everything, and things that have not even been discovered.
Then he must be studying a lot.
He does not need to do that. He has limitless jnanam, knowledge. That's why we say he is all knowing. The second bhaga or virtue is virya, absolute power.
How to lift a mountain like Veera Hanuman?
Yes, and much more. With all his power, he creates different galaxies. All the mountains and valleys, all plants and animals, all the creatures in the sea. He has created the 5 great elements: space, air, fire, water, and the earth. He sustains it and keeps it going. Bhagwan did not run away after creating. All these things will resolve into him one day. Our powers to do something, like how you create a project, or how Papa creates companies, or how you create a mess of your room, are a tiny part of his limitless powers.
Daddy. What's the third?
Shrihi, wealth. Bhagwan has all wealth and resources. With wealth, we can create change. Any wealth we have belongs to Bhagavan.
So our money is Bhagavan's money.
Yes, Radha, it's the prasada of Bhagavan. It belongs to us for some time.
But did my mama and papa earn it by their hard work?
Yes, the capacity to work hard and create change is also given to us by Bhagavan.
Oh, so he's the richest one.
So, the one who is so rich and has all the power and all knowledge will also have the fourth bhaga, that is fame, yashas. Bhagwan does not need a YouTube channel to become famous. He is famous because of all his abilities.
I am also famous. I won the spell bee competition, Daddy.
Ah, you got it. This fame that you gained belongs to the one who has all fame. And yes, he also has Aishwarya, which means overlordship.
What does that mean?
When a plant is dying out of lack of water, you take care of it and you experience your own Aishwarya. The plant depends on you.
Ah, yesterday I moved the ant from a puddle onto a leaf. Is that to my Aishwarya?
Yes, but suppose if that same ant gets into your ear, then there is no more Aishwarya for you. Aishwarya is the capacity to be in charge and make all the laws. Bhagwan has total Aishwarya. He does not have a boss. And the final bhaga is Vairagya, total dispassion.
Means?
Vairagya is an objectivity with no longing or insecurity. There's no I want, or what will I do, what will I do, nothing of that sort. Don't you throw away the banana peel and eat only the banana?
Yes, I do. But how is it connected?
It means that you don't have a like or a dislike towards the peel, right? Bhagwan has total vairagya. He is ever happy, ever peaceful, and does not want anything to be different. With all the bhagas he has, total jnanam, knowledge, total viryam, power, total yashas, fame, total shrihi, wealth, total aishwarya, overlordship, and total vairagyam, he is not proud or sad. What I just explained comes from the definition of Bhagavan in the Vishnu Purana. ऐश्वर्यस्य समग्रस्य वीर्यस्य यशसः श्रियः ज्ञानवैराग्ययोश्चैव षण्णां भग इति रणा.
Oh, so the one who has these six-fold bhagas in full measure is Bhagavan. But where does he stay?
Everywhere.
But if Bhagavan is everywhere, why can't I see him?
You can see him, but you do not recognize him. You know why? Because you are imagining a limited form who is sitting in one corner. You look around and don't see anyone who fits your idea and think that God does not exist. Haven't we just seen that Bhagavan is limitless and has limitless powers?
But then we pray to Shiva, Ganapati, Durga, and so many gods. We have their pictures in our puja corner. They look so small.
Since we are not able to understand how limitless Bhagavan is, one function of his is indicated by a particular form. So, Ganapati is that function which removes all obstacles. Shiva gives us knowledge, Lakshmi gives us wealth, and so on. Just like our entire body has many different organs which have different functions, Bhagwan also has many forms which have different functions. For example, our stomach is different from the liver, which is different from the heart. Each has a particular function, each has a different name, but they all belong to one being. So, too, all the devas are forms of one being. That is why when you pray to one devata, you are praying to Bhagavan. Suppose you're watching that dog and I want your attention. Do I need to shake you up? No. I just tap on your finger and you will look at me. Correct? So too, you can talk to any form of Bhagavan and he or she will bless you completely. If you pray, you will have more knowledge, more power, more wealth, and a lot of happiness, my dear.
I have the power.